Joe with Black Box Silver and Bronze, and here's my stack of comics for Alan the Comic Collector Geek's Friday Challenge, Top Silver Age Comics. Let's go! Hey, comic addicts, I've got 10 great Silver Age comics to show for this challenge. And when did the Silver Age start? Well, the Silver Age started with the release of Showcase number 4 in September of 1956, which was the first Silver Age appearance of The Flash, Barry Allen, his wife, Iris West. And this is what most people consider to be the beginning of the Silver Age. So that's September of 1956. And then the next age was the Bronze Age, which most people consider it to have started with this comic, which is Green Lantern number 77 from June of 1970. So the window for Silver Age is from September of 56 through May of 1970. So I've got 10 books that fit that criteria. And these are not going to be the most expensive books of the Silver Age, but these are going to be 10 great books that I love having in my PC. Number 10 is Fantastic Four number 12. This is from December of 1962, and this is one of my favorite Fantastic Four covers. It's a Jack Kirby art on here, and I just love what he did. This is the first crossover where Hulk and Thing are going to meet, and this is a classic battle that any child reading comics at the time would have wanted to see once these two characters were introduced into the Marvel Universe, the two strongest, bulkiest, monster-like characters. Who would win? And they've had many battles over the year, but this is their first meeting. And the way that Jack Kirby drew this with they're in the caves, walking through these caves, and they're looking what's going on, and he's right around the corner. It's about to go down. Number 9 is My Greatest Adventure number 80, and this is from June of 1963. And DC was just killing it in the Silver Age. This is the first appearance of the team known as the Doom Patrol. They first appeared in this comic, My Greatest Adventure, with this issue, number 80. And the team consisted of the Chief, and he was in a wheelchair. And then there was Negative Man, Elastigirl, and Robot Man. And this is also the first appearance of their villainous enemy, General Immortus. This is a very great comic. Most of the DC comics are very undervalued in my opinion, and this is a great special comic that you could pick up. First appearance of the Doom Patrol in My Greatest Adventure. The title would later go on to be named Doom Patrol. At number 8, I'm showing Showcase number 55, which is a comic I just love having. This is from April of 1965, another DC key from the time period. And this is the first appearance of Solomon Grundy in the Silver Age. And so his first appearance, which I think was in All American Comics, is very, very expensive, even at low grade. So hard to add that to a collection, but this one is affordable. It's got this beautiful purple cover. And this is also the first appearance of the Golden Age Green Lantern in the Silver Age. So it's a 2-for-1, but I love it for the Solomon Grundy cover. Number 7 is Detective Comics 359, another DC comic, another DC key, another purple cover. And this is from January of 1967. And it's the first appearance of Batgirl.
Batgirl? Batgirl? Batgirl! Batgirl!
Barbara Gordon. And it's also the first appearance of Killer Moth in the Silver Age. So another double key. It's got the go-go checks across the top, and it's just a great cover. Number 6 by Dell Comics is Lobo. And this is Lobo issue number 2. It's a beautiful cover with the red there. That's Lobo in the blue. And there were only 2 issues in this series. Lobo number 1 was his first appearance in Origin. This is issue number 2. And Lobo, the significance of the Lobo comic is that it is the first comic where a Black character was the main titled character. So there were heroes, Black heroes, before him, but they didn't have their own titled comics. He had his own titled comic. There was a 3rd issue in production, but because these were not selling well, people didn't, they were racist and they didn't want to sell the Black characters. So sometimes it would get delivered to the stores and they wouldn't even put it out. So and then they returned them. And so since there was low sales, they canceled it. But that's a really cool comic. And I'm told that it's harder to find issue number 2 than issue number 1. I'm still looking for issue number 1. Number 5 is just another one of my favorite comics from the Silver Age, which is Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos, number 13. This is from December of 1964. It's got this awesome Jack Kirby, Captain America cover. Bucky's there, Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos. The color scheme with the red across the top, the yellow here, the red, white, and blue. Captain America jumping in your face. Everything about this comic is just so cool. And it's a significant comic because this is the first time that Captain America, a World War II hero, teams up with Sergeant Fury with his gang in World War II. At number 4 is Justice League of America number 1. This is from November 1960, also by DC. And they first appeared as a team in Brave and the Bold. I think it was issue number 28. But this is their first series, first self-titled series. And this cover with the chess has gone on to be recreated and homaged on other covers, even within the Justice League title. Number 3 is a comic you probably won't see on other people's lists, but I love this character. This is Star Spangled War Stories number 84. And this is from August of 1959. So it came in after the Flash issue in 56. And the character here on the cover with the red beret is Mademoiselle Marie. She was a resistance fighter in World War II. And she first appeared here. And then for several issues of Star Spangled War Stories in a row, she was on the cover. And she appeared in other titles, Our Army at War, but kind of had a history with Sergeant Rock, and they eventually hooked up. But she's a great character. And she's this kick-ass female character who's just goes and takes care of business. And the covers are great, and the stories are great as well. Number 2 is a comic I picked up recently. It's been on my hunting list for a while, and I finally scored a copy of this, and it's Archie's pal Jughead, and it's issue number 79. This is from January of 1961. And it's a really cool cover, which is the first appearance of the creature from the Black Lagoon in comics. It's a tough comic to find, but this is a very nice looking copy. I'm so happy to have this one. My number 1 Silver Age comic, I'm going to end where Alan started, and that is with Daredevil number 1. And I am so happy to have this comic in my collection. This is from 1964, and it's the first appearance and origin of Daredevil. And you've got the first appearance of Matt Murdock, Foggy Nelson, Karen Page in here. And I have always liked this character. I just like that he's a street level hero, and he's able to do all these amazing things, even though he's blind, and he's kind of like Robin Hood, looking out for the people who can't take care of themselves. And this was a comic I just had always wanted. And I thought it was going to get out of my reach, but I was able to get a copy before it exploded. And that's just one of my prized possessions in my collection, Daredevil #1. Comic Addicts, that's my entry for Alan's Friday Challenge. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.